All right, we're going to talk about the contents of the no mess oil extractor. First thing you have is 3 clamps. You have 2 large hoses, and you have 1 small hose. The small hose is meant to go down the dipstick tube. The large hoses are just meant to connect to the no mess drain plug or the no mess filter drain and to the oil extractor pump. So, and then of course you have the pump with a 10-foot of cord and a positive and negative clamp. So first thing you're going to do, of course, is just take the pump out of the bag. Then the other thing you want to note is that the arrows are going to point from left to right, so they can show you it comes in on the left and goes out on the right. It's just a pump, so it just moves oil. In order to set it up for the no mess products, you're going to use both of the large hoses. So take one of the large hoses, take the cap off of the extractor pump, and put a large hose with a clamp on the input side, and then use a flathead screwdriver to tighten the clamp down. And then repeat the exact same steps on the other side. So remove the cap, use a clamp. Now some of these hoses for some reason get flattened, so you just squeeze them back into round. Slide it over and tighten the clamp again. Now the no mess extractor pump is ready to pump oil. All right, the first thing when you're about to connect your no mess oil extractor is to make sure the pump is off. The pump is in the off position when the circle side is pressed. So this would be on, this would be off. All right, the second part of connecting your oil extractor pump is to connect the positive lead and the negative lead to the battery or to a positive supply and negative supply. On automobiles, it's easiest to connect it to the red lead to the positive side of the battery and the negative lead to the negative side of the battery. However, on motorcycles, a lot of times the battery's under the seat and it's easier to get to the starter terminal. So on all starters, you're going to have a positive side, and somewhere near the starter you're going to have a negative. So you can always just pretend this is the starter, connect your positive lead to your starter, then you can take your negative side and you can connect it to any ground. It could be the foot peg, it could be an exposed bolt on a motorcycle, but as long as you have a ground, it will work. All right, so what we're doing now is we're going to hook the no mess oil extractor inlet side of the pump to the drain plug. So of course, first thing you're going to do is take out the thumb screw. Second part, you're going to just slide the hose over the nipple. It's a nice snug fit, and at this point you can go ahead and turn the drain on, and you see it's going to partially fill up the pump, the hose, but it's not really going to do that much. This is because there's no suction, and it's just going to fill up what it can out of gravity, and then it's going to stop. So we're going to move to the other end of the oil extractor pump, which is the outlet side. Okay, we're at the last part of the oil extractor pump with the no mess drain plug setup. That is simply to take the outlet side of the hose, and as you can see just from us sitting up, moving the cameras around, oil has kind of creeped its way into here. This pump is a self-priming pump, so you don't have to worry about if there's air or oil in it right now, because as soon as you have it hooked to the drain plug, when the drain plug is in the on position and you turn the pump on, oil is coming quickly. So watch this. See that? That's probably all it's going to take. So at this point, we're ready to crawl back under the car, turn the no mess drain plug off, and then remove the hose and reinstall the thumb screw so that we're ready to refill the oil. All right, last step of using the oil extractor pump with the no mess drain plug is first you want to crawl under the car and you want to turn the plug off. There should be no oil in it, so turning it off is just because you need to make sure it's off before you pull the hose off. Take the hose off and reinstall the safety plug. Be careful not to cross thread it, and just reinstall it all the way until it's rock bottom. And now the drain plug's in the off position and you're ready to refill the oil.